You live in a world where our lands are filled with food waste, but some people it's dying from starvation. Isn't that ironic? Food waste is a problem in the American society that could be relieved if we ban the disposal of unsold food as in France. Today I want you to know about the problem of food waste, how the government can help by creating a law that is gonna, provide food waste, and how the world could be with that law and without that law. First, let's look the problem. According to the article, the progressive increase of food waste in America and its environmental impact in the journal PLOS ONE on November 2009, U.S. per capita food waste has progressively increased by 50% since 1974. 50%, that's a big number there. Reaching more than 8,400 kilocalories per person per day, or 150 trillion kilocalories per year. Isn't that a lot? Don't we feel wrong when we waste something that is truly valuable for someone else? According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in 2011, and I'm sure you'll find yourself among these options that I'm gonna mention today, people dispose food for a lot of reasons. Some of them are quality standards, poor environmental conditions in the display of the food, lack of planning, best before dates labels, and leftovers. Now, does anybody here have a relative that always cooks a lot of food, just in case somebody passed by and wanted to eat at the house? Well, for me, that's my aunt. I mean, every time I go to her house, I see a lot of leftovers being disposed, and that it kind of bothers me, So, according to the article Estimating and Addressing America's Food Losses from 1997, the cost of food waste is a lot. I mean, we have hunger, we have no resource conservation, and we have environmental costs, and we have economic costs. That's a lot to think about. According to the former president of Trader Joe's, the reality, these are his words as a manager of a supermarket. He said, the reality as a regional grocery manager is, if you see a store that has really low waste in its perishables, you are worried. If a store has low waste numbers, it can be a sign that they aren't fully in stock or that the customer experience is suffering. Now that's the thinking that some industry executive and manager has. They want to fulfill the quality controls, but at the end they are wasting food. Now that we have seen the problem with the food waste, let's look at solution. Now France has created a law that I think it could be a great solution if the law would be applied in the United States. It's providing food waste. So according to an article by Angelique Christophers at the Guardian newspaper on February 2016, France banned supermarkets from throwing away unsold food. So they are asking them to donate it to the charities and also to food banks. And another thing that they are asking is that the supermarkets stop spoiling food in the bins, because that's what they usually do. They spoil the food in the bins so that the poor people cannot come and eat that food. So according to another article of DW, that's a German broadcast, thanks to this law that it was created in France, more people is fed, of course, that's, and also because of that, they now have a more diversified food basket. So they are actually able to eat, healthy food because of that law. So here in the United States, according to an article assessment of the state of food waste treatment in the United States and Canada in 2010, the solution here is that the food is buried like in the land. So 97% of waste food in the United States is buried. And that, of course, it's going to affect the environment and it's going to affect the economy. So that's not a solution that we want to use. We should change that. And we can be the change. We can start the change. Now that we've explored a great solution to relieve the problem of food waste, let's imagine what will happen if we do not apply this solution. First, we are not going to apply the solution. So let's see. We're gonna have a world where we are burying the food waste. That's gonna have environmental effects. That's gonna bring some odor, so bad smell, and that's gonna hurt our economy. And of course, it's gonna be more hunger because we're wasting food, we're wasting resources. But if we did apply the law, we will have hunger relief. We will have more jobs, because then these food banks and these charities are gonna offer jobs for people to work there, because they're gonna need people to handle all of that food. And also it's gonna be good for our environment. So today we have discussed about the problem of food waste, how the government helped by creating a law forbidding food waste, and how will be the world without and with the application of that law. Food waste is a problem in the American society that could be relieved if we ban the disposal of unsold food, as in France. Decide today that you want to be part of that solution. You can be part of that solution to relieving the problem of food waste and hunger. Let's sign a petition so that the United States approve the same law. Thank you.